Hello everyone, welcome to day 12, lesson 12 of 40 lessons to my 40th from the Joseph Tribe series. Again, what is lesson 12? Lesson 12 is telling us that validation is a drug. I know that we've talked about validation before in some of the lessons, but I wanted to emphasize again on it today. It's huge, it's big. But this time around, telling you that it is a drug. It's something that we sometimes cannot get enough of. Josephs, you guys know yourselves out there. You look for it, you seek for it. And my job in lesson 12 is to tell you how to kill it once and for all. And there are 5 ways that you can actually kill the drug of validation. Because if you don't kill it, like I said, the enemy will continue to use it against you. All he has to do is to have somebody withhold validation from you and you're ruined. Your whole day can be messed up. Or say something wrong to you, the negative word of validation. So to kill it, I love the song People by Jonathan McReynolds. That's another way, to listen to that song to help you, But what are some of the biggest ways to kill it? The first is know your identity. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11, I know the thoughts that I have towards you. Another one again in identity is you're fearfully and wonderfully made. And that's from Psalms 139 verse 14, right? Another one is the sword of God, a mirror, which is the word of God, right? The word of God will show you who you are. You begin to build your own identity or your own validation from the inside of you, not external. You're able to break and fight that. Over time, it's not going to happen overnight, but over time you break it, right? And because your validation is now coming from the inside, right? A third point is renewing of your mind. Breaking off any stronghold. That's one of the biggest one the enemy uses at us, because the things that have been said to us over time become weeds in our mind gates, and become strongholds, right? So you got to be able to break that off, and that's in Romans chapter 12 verse 2, to break that negative pattern of thinking. Know who you are. I'm not ugly. I'm beautiful. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I am the head and not the tail. I have what it takes to become whatever it is that God is calling me to be. I am not useless. I am unique. It doesn't matter what they think of me. I know that God has created me for a purpose. I'm here on this earth for a purpose. So begin to think from that lens. Another one is know that men are not your God. I feel like we just kind of talked about it in lesson 11, but just emphasizing again on it. Know that men are not your God. And one of the ways I talked about it again in 11 that we can emphasize again here is, even if they are the ones validating you, know that it came from God. When you remember that, you don't turn men into gods, and scriptures for that is also Galatians chapter 1 verse 10. But all of this encapsulated, right, again, to help you. One of the biggest scriptures, I think, and learning about my identity and knowing who I am in God is in Galatians chapter 2 verse 20, that says that God poured his life on